is what you got for me.
Durag Diaries, yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Spurs of the moment. We know where it is. Everything Tottenham. We are covering West Ham win. Or I should say hammering. The hammers got hammered and nailed for real. Dealt with Lucas Bergvall, man of the match performance, yeah. As Kengiz said, Durag developments we need to talk about. But yeah, Valderini, Begeric, Big Lucas, Bellingham. All right, all of the names you can find out with. You already know what man calls him. Man like Torfin, yeah? Showing a proper warrior that he is. Good performance on the weekend. And then, of course, it's the return of the champions. Do, 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 do. And it's the champions. I can't wait to hear that music tomorrow. I'm still debating whether I'm gonna do a watch along tomorrow. What do you know? I'll do a poll. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a poll. Should I do a watch along tomorrow? And we'll see how it comes out, and I'll decide from that. To Villarreal, let me know. For Champions League game. We're going to put that poll in the chat right now. Let me know you guys' thoughts. Should we do a watch along tomorrow? Let's know. Let me know. Let's see. And then away from that, make sure you're doing. Let me do some housekeeping before we actually get started. Let's do some housekeeping. Make sure you're smashing the like button on the video. It don't take a second. It don't cost you a thing. You should know by now. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Road to 5K real close. We're closing in on 5K. But I need your help, your support to keep sharing up, keep commenting, keep liking, keep the algorithm flowing. Also, I haven't actually posted this, but I've been seeing this around. There is a hype button on videos now. So once the video is uploaded, if you want to help, there is a hype button. Just tap that hype button to help your boy push up the rankings and the leaderboards in the YouTube rankings, whatever it is. I don't really know what it's called, but make sure you're doing that. And then away from that, as you guys know now, you've got to make sure you are supporting the sponsor. Because we are now sponsored by Match Bingo. As you can see there, you must be 18, UK resident. Please make sure you gamble responsibly. Use the scan the QR code right here to get involved. Play your Match Bingo card. As I said, how it works, you literally get a card like this. If you get one line, you get a jackpot. As they turn purple, your team scores. You know, you get, look, one line of prize, two line of prize, and then 3 lines for a jackpot full house win. So make sure if you want to do that, scan the QR code, use promo code DRD, or go to the link in the description or in the pinned comment, and you can get involved there. But look, people, how are we doing? Monday morning. Spurs are back on the 3-point collectors. And 3-0 again. Another 3-0 win. 3 clean sheets for Thomas Frank in just 4 games. 1 goal conceded. It wasn't the best of best performances, but yet again, we're just getting going. We're just getting going at this point. We've still got a few new players. Xavi with his debut. Kolo Muani didn't see no minutes this week, but I think we're going to see more of him soon. Probably just needs to build up some of that fitness. I'd expect for us to be a lot more in our flow after that second international break. Because, sorry, I just see Elijah. Bro got sponsorship B-roll footage. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Do you know what? Elijah, soon. Trust me, we're all soon going to be doing the sponsors. I might have to start doing the Drewski. This is now sponsored by Prize Picks. You know, one of them was like, Prize Picks, hit me up too. Oh, no, shit. I shouldn't be saying that. But you know what I mean? Like, but you get what I mean, man. We're sponsored by Match Bingo over here. So make sure you show your love to Match Bingo and all of that stuff, man. But big up to Elijah. You know what I mean? Big up to Latifah in the building. Big up to my guy, Ghosted. every single time. Man, like Luke, spotlight on Spurs. Big timer now. Luke is real big time. I'm seeing Luke on Last Word on Spurs and I'm like, yo, that's my guy flying. Just what? 6 months into the game and he's getting the big call-ups. Yeah, that's what we like to see. That's what you call a real rookie of the year. I wasn't impressed with Xavi first half. Did he forget how to dribble? We'll get into that. Harvey. Take your time with it. Take your time with it. Big up to Karma every time. Morning, Jords in the chat. Hope everyone is having a great day. That's the energy we want. We are both the 3-0 collectors, Karma, actually. We are both 3-0 collectors today. So, you know what? Concentration. Arsenal and Spurs, we ain't got beef today. In fact, as people have been seeing all over the timeline, and some people have been trying to cook me for it, but you can't cook me. Let's just have it right. You can't cook me. Uncookable, yeah? That game was an Ange hate along, bruv. Man didn't care that Arsenal won that game. I was like, you know what? Take it, Arsenal. Because we're all here for the hate along, fam. Like, let's have it right. Let me fix this color scheme. Man, just see purple. Like, nah, we need that Spurs blue back. It is rather hot today as well. Give me a second. Let me pop open the window and I'll be back. I'll let you back. There we go. Who else we got? We got man like Jay Spurs in the building. That's what I like to see. Man like Mr. Udang with the big up Jords there. That's what we love to see as well. Now you got Judas and Xavi. Can my club have Dejan? Nah. Dejan we're waiting for Dejan to come back. Also, roll the link. I'm not working. Hey, man like Elijah. Do you know what? We'll send Elijah the link. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. I'm gonna get you the link over in a second, bro. Should be. You know what? YouTube should have like a little private message. Actually, no, because then you'll have YouTube DMs, and I might have people DMing me and shit. I'm gonna say like, because I should be able to just click on your name, send you a little thing, link there. Man's all got to go on WhatsApp and all these things, and it's too many apps to have open, bruv. It's too many apps to have open for real. All right, look, there we go. Links over. Elijah will be turning up real soon. Blasphemy. I don't want to mention. Don't mention Ange's name in that way. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm lucky. I hear it. No luck, man. There's no luck. Or if there is, I've always said people create their own luck in this life, man. So there's no such thing as just coincidences, and like you create your own luck. Only superstar creators go in chats and demand a link. Hey, nah, he's got that privilege over here. VIP settings. You know you two as well, Luca, man. If you ever wanted the link, you know you just have to ask. But do you know what? Yeah, let's start. Do you know where should we start? No, we're starting with the game. We're gonna start with the West Ham game. Let's get that out of the way. Let's talk a bit about what went on in the West Ham game. For me, I think let's start off with that first half, because a lot of people felt that first half to be very underwhelming, and I'd probably agree to some sorts. I think the first half wasn't the best. We didn't play our best football in that first half, and nor did most of our players. I don't think we had any real standout performers in that first half. I think our defenders were pretty good. The defenders managed to just hold it down for us at times and clear away most of the chances that West Ham were trying to create. Paqueta did have that one chance, but as we know, when you don't start with a number 9, you're not going to be that dangerous up top. So that was dealt with after that. Really sweet up everything from then. And then away from that, I just feel like going into the lineup, I don't necessarily have a problem with Thomas Frank starting Tell. As we know, Tell's a player who was trying to build up some confidence. He got left out of the Champions League squad. So there's going to be at least 10 games where he's not allowed to even be involved in the squad between now and January. And that's quite a lot, because players like Odebert, Johnson, and some of the other wingers are going to be getting their opportunity during that time. So when you look at it like that, you're like, okay, fair. Maybe he wants to give Tell a chance. Plus, Tell just scored 2 goals on international break. So again, you got to give him some leeway there. Big up to Elijah in the building. Nice and early, nice and quick. What you saying, bro?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if this is crazy or not, so I'm gonna safety pause it. But I had notifications on. Your notification for the stream starts in 30 minutes is what woke me up, innit? So I was like, you know what, yeah. Since I'm not working, I have a rare day off, innit? I have a rare day off, so since I'm
early
not working,
morning, man. Get the day started early, straight away. You already know what it is. Let me change this.
You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to have a little lion, you know what I'm saying? Because I've always been awake at because of the train strikes. I'm waking up at 5 in the morning, bro. So I'm like, yo, I want to try and get a little 10 o'clock sleep in. I was like, nah, bro. I
you try, but you can't, innit? Like, I'll be real, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like you can't at the small, especially when you get the change from summer to winter. Man, I feel like I just can't sleep, bro. So from 7, man's just wake up. And then you get to 8 and you're like, you know what? Yeah, 7:38. I just wake up, man. Let me just get up.
Yeah,
let me just get up and start getting ready. But no, that's what we love to see. If you guys ain't like Elijah, you don't have your post notifications on, then you ain't doing it properly, yeah? Make sure you got your post notifications on, people. And also, I did just notice, big up to Machina Joe for joining the delinquents. Yeah, that's what we like to see. We got a new delinquent in the house, Machina Joe. That picture is mad. I felt like I saw this in my last stream. I was like, yo, Machina Joe's picture is crazy. I don't even know what it is. It's a girl bending over, bro. I don't know if she's sniffing something. That's what's throwing me up. I don't know if she's trying to sniff, yeah, it's just looking a bit mad.
What the hell? That's jokes.
It's actually mad. But welcome to the Delinquents, Machina Joe. You know what I mean? I did forget to say that at the start of the stream. If you want to be like Machina Joe, you can join the Delinquents. You can become a member. Just tap the pinned comment. It's the first link. You have the first link there, then you have the promo code is the second link. But no, what I was talking about before, like Elijah rudely interrupted. Tell starting. What I was saying is, I can understand why he wanted to start Tell, sort of to give him that confidence, to give him a boost, and just to show him that I do trust in you as a manager. Like, I haven't lost faith. But then again, at the same time, if you're going to go with a game plan where we're just going to cross, it made no sense to start him down the center, because we know Tell actually has a good cross. We saw even in the second half, there was a moment when he picked up the ball out on the left-hand side, when Richarlison went down the middle for I think there was a 5-10 minute gap between him getting subbed. And you can see he's working Kyle Walker-Peters. He's creating some space, trying to put the ball in the box. It probably would have been best to set him up on the left-hand side, maybe have Xavi in the middle. But then again, I understood why he started the midfield. But before we go further into that lineup, talk to me, Elijah. What was you thinking of the Tell? I suppose the Tell decision to start him at striker and also his performance.
Well, I don't blame him for the performance, because it's basically, as you said, we're spamming crosses into the box for the striker who's the least best or the worst aerially that we have in the squad. So I don't blame him for having a bad performance. It's not his fault. So I'll give him a pass. For him starting, also you said it as well, him being left out the champ squad, he's probably guaranteed more minutes in the Prem. So it probably makes sense as to why he's been given the nod. You know, I don't think he'll be starting next week. We play Brighton. I don't think he'll be starting. But I understand the premise of it, to be honest. But I just feel like I understand, obviously, why Frank did it. But I don't want him to... I know it's West Ham, innit? And we should be beating West Ham. But I just don't want the politics side to mess with the squad too much. I don't want Frank to feel
this can't be a recurring thing.
Yeah, I don't want Frank to feel I'm not playing this player enough, so I have to play him, and then it ends up backfiring. Sometimes players gotta have 5 game stretches where they sit out, depending on fixtures. Sometimes they'll have their chance where they play in it. And the thing is that with Tell, let's be honest, the fact that Tell's not in the Champions League squad is down to him. It's not down to anyone else. If he performed better, he would be in the champ squad of Odegaard. That's just what it is. Odegaard must have just performed better than him in training, and then with the time given, which guaranteed him the spot over Tell. That's what it's down to. It's not no discrimination, bro. That's what it is. So I don't want Frank to start feeling like he has to owe players stuff. You know what I'm saying? They have to work to get it. You don't owe players, especially when you're at Spurs. Maybe when you're at Brentford, you might get away with it. When you're at Spurs, if he's not good enough, he's not good enough, innit? So I understand why he did it, but I don't want it to be reoccurring. Because what if a player starts complaining, or he feels like he owes someone in a game that we actually need to win, like it's a must-win
Yeah.
game. And then it's the battle of, oh, you might have started this player against this team just because you feel like he hasn't played in a while. And what if he ends up conceding a goal? Or, you know what I'm saying? So
we could have another like Danny
Yeah.
Rose, was it Danny Rose and Jose Mourinho, isn't it? When he walked in, he said, these players are playing shit every week, and you're playing them, but you ain't playing me, and I'm playing better than them in training. And we can't really have that. But at the same time, I think there's a balance in it, because with Thomas Frank, especially with it being so early on in his tenure, he wants to make sure he's keeping the dressing room happy. He's keeping every single player happy and sort of building that camaraderie around them to say that, like, look, you may not all get minutes and you may not all play every single game, but look, everybody's going to get a chance. When you get a chance, you have to make the most of it. And that's where it comes back to your point that, like, he's got his chance now. It wasn't necessarily the best performance. Don't make the same mistake and start him against Brighton, because it is probably not going to be the best choice. But moving on into the midfield side, because obviously I know a lot of people, I watched the Spurs review for a bit on Football Heritage TV yesterday, but I also see you was on Rivals Catch Up as well. So I saw a few people referencing Xavi left wing. Why is Xavi on the left wing? Why is he not in the 10? He should be playing in the 10. I'm just seeing this like everywhere at the moment. And for me, I felt like I didn't have a problem with the midfield setup. As he knows, I'm a huge Bergvall and Saar advocate. I feel like they should get a lot of minutes this season. And for me, their performance was literally second to none. Two of the best players on the pitch. As we saw they were eventually the first and second goal scorers. But more than anything, I felt like it was the best midfield to go with, combat what West Ham didn't have. We know West Ham started with Souček and James Ward-Prowse, two guys that are on the wrong end of 30 pretty much. And let's be honest, they haven't really got that great quality. One thing they miss is that legs in the midfield. You put two young players in there that are just absolutely dogs, box-to-box midfielders. I felt like that's where we started to sweep them up. As the game went on, our energy never really faltered, whereas theirs, they just started to get real compact, especially when they got that red card. But even before the red card, I felt like we were building into the game. Like, we started to take control of it. We got the goal straight off the back of the halftime. And, you know, we saw everyone point to the side, set piece, coach set in. So, Ange, hold that one. You know what I mean? Like, try to say, I don't believe in set piece coaches. And all the players are looking at the set piece coach, say, oh, yeah, we're doing the Arsenal thing. We're doing the Arsenal thing. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I was more than happy with the setup to go with that three-man midfield, because I think we're going to see this a lot this season. You know, go with Saar, Bergvall, and Paulinho or Bentancur, just to make sure in the middle of the pitch we don't get broken through so easily. Because we know last season that was probably our weakest part of the team. But what do you think about their individual performances for Saar and Bergvall?
Yeah, no, they all can't, to be fair. And you know what it is, right? It's not that I hate Xavi Simons on the left. It's just that from watching him yesterday, he looks very 1 foot dominant. And that's what worries me. That's what worries me. Because if you're going to be right-footed on the left and you're that one dominant, it's like Jed Spence, isn't it? Like, Spence defensively is very good. And even like his attacking mindset and IQ is very good. I just hate how like 1 foot dominant he is when he's playing on the opposite side. Because everything's just a Trevella for Spence. And like we've seen Xavi Simons is in the first half, time where he's breaking through.
Didn't you notice though? I saw Spence do a couple left foot crosses, and I was like, okay,
I've seen
trying
that.
it. His
I
left
like
foot's
that.
getting a little bit better, and they were decent crosses as well.
I've seen that, and I like that from him. I can't lie, but the time I was referencing when Xavi Simons, it was like close to half time. And I think it was Spence plays him through. All he has to do is control it with his left foot and go. But he tries to control it with his right and he kicks it out of bounds. And it's that was instant warning signs, bro. Because someone who's that 1 foot dominant to where they're not even just controlling on the left-hand side, that worries me. Which is why I wanted to see him in the 10. I'm not gonna like be up in arms about it, but obviously I'd prefer to see him in the 10. But Saar is very good at initiating the press. You know, so when we have like if that's what Saar does, isn't it? Then I don't mind. The only thing I don't like about it's not even like the midfielders, the tactical setup, is how close one of the midfielders is to the striker all the time. Like, I know it worked out for Bergvall because he scored, but every game we've played, there's always been like Paulinho or Bentancur will drop back between Romero and Van de Ven.
Yeah.
So it's like a back three. Then you'll have one in the middle, which is either Bentancur or Sarr or Bergvall or whatever. And then the other one's up there with the striker.
Yeah, he's
and it's
pushing
like,
on to sort of create
yeah, it's like,
striker.
yeah, it feels like a 5-1-4 at times. It's like, if it works, it works. You know what I'm saying? But like, we don't have fullbacks that invert. So sometimes if we're playing against pressing teams who press well, because this is what happened against Bournemouth, because West Ham, they play a 5-back and they try and press. Like, it's the most dumb shit ever. But when you go into a good pressing team, they can try and isolate that one midfielder because the other one's up there with Matisse Tell or Richarlison or whoever it is up top. So sometimes that can create a thing. Now, obviously, with Romero, his pass was amazing. That's like the perfect way to counter that if they try and press with one in the middle. Just a long ball over the top. But that's not going to work against everyone. You know what I'm saying? And look at the goal Bergvall had to score to make it work. So I just don't like... I'd rather... I mean, the way I envision like being press is you come back and you build up together as a team and you bypass it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a long ball is just really risky, especially West Ham.
You know what it is, though? You are right, and I think you're definitely right with how we broke the press. And I think the struggle is when you play Paulinho, as we saw quite a lot in that early first half, he's not the best. Like, he's a good passer. He's probably a 6 to 7 out of 10 max. But when it comes to being consistent with the long ball, he's not that good. So we found a lot of the times when he's getting on it, he's being forced to go long. He's not necessarily got the best long pass. So he's not that creative with it. He's just hitting it down the channels and hoping somebody's going to work it. And eventually it didn't really work that much. And that's what I found. I agree with you. In the Bournemouth game, that's where we had our biggest problem. We were trying to be far too direct. We were trying to be far too direct when we probably didn't have the players to play through the system, but he should have made the changes earlier to sort of counteract it. But I do agree with the Simmons part as well, what you're saying about Simmons. Very, very one-footed. When I was scouting him, when I watched him and when I was doing even further scouting, that's the one thing that I found, and one thing that was consistently said was he's a very one-footed player. Now, because he's like Spence, but sort of in his own way, he's got a very good Travella pass. He can counteract it being on the left at times, but at the same time, that's why we want him in the middle, isn't it? That's why we want him to sort of have all the angles. So when he does get the ball in the middle of the pitch, he can open up. But the one thing I felt was in the second half, he tried to get the ball in the middle. I don't know if you saw, he was drifting inside a lot more, and he was sort of sitting in the pockets right in between defenders. But it seemed like the midfielders were hesitant to get the ball into his feet and sort of make that risky pass through the line. So I do think there's a bit of him just not having the chemistry and with the players yet. He's only had, I think, 2 or 3 training sessions, so they're probably not used to playing with him, the positions he takes up on the pitch, and maybe don't even have that confidence in him as a player to make that pass through the lines. But when they get used to him and know his ability, I think that's going to happen more frequent. But you are right about the midfield. I do have some questions regarding the setup. I think the tactical, like we were lucky that we played against West Ham, Burnley, we were able to eventually bully our way to a win, innit? We just have that much quality that we're going to end up scoring. But I think in a game against Liverpool or Arsenal or something, that would have been a stalemate, that West Ham game, because we just didn't have enough options or enough variations in the way that we was attacking. The one thing I would say regarding the midfield, do you think that it could potentially change when you have a Xavi in the 10 and let's just say a Kolo Muani up top? Because I feel like because we had Tell and also because we have Richarlison, we lack that natural... the natural person that can hold up the ball and slow down the game. So when we're passing it into the striker, nobody's really stopping the game. So you need someone to sort of bounce off him. Usually it's Richarlison taps it back into a Bergvall or Sarr, whoever it is, will ping it wide. Or then with Tell, he was just battling the headers, sort of waiting. Somebody's always there for that second ball.
No, I fully agree. You notice with Paulinho, right? Because, as you said, he's not a bad passer, but he's just simple, isn't it? Like, which is nothing wrong with it. Keeping the game moving, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I've always been someone who said, if we are playing a midfield 3, I want 2. I always want 2 technical midfielders with Paulinho, because Paulinho is going to play it simple, no problem with that. But then we also need someone with him. So if we play Xavi Simons in the 10, I'd want Bergvall with Paulinho or Bentancur, I guess. But I'd want Bergvall personally. But if you have Bentancur as that holding midfielder, that's when I'd play Sarr and then Xavi Simons or Bergvall, whoever it is, innit? That's who I'd play. Also, I want to know, Archie Gray wasn't in the squad, and I didn't hear no one say nothing about it. So everyone who was talking shit to me about Archie Gray last season, You know what I'm saying? George, you know that meme, yeah, with the woman holding the baby in the pool and that, and the other one's drowning, and then you got the skeleton at the bottom, fam. Archie Gray's the skeleton at the bottom. You know what I'm saying, bruv? So that man couldn't hold it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what it is, though? I do feel like... I said, Elijah, do you like my tan?
Hey, I'm glad you got a tan, man. You know what I'm saying? I saw all those videos, you just chilling on the...
Man's had his chest out. He was...
You know what I'm saying? He's flexing. That's crazy.
Savo was literally inches away from some rated R content, bro. Nipples, he was almost doing a J. Man almost had his nipples out on stream. It's crazy.
Almost showed the chest hair in that, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's just teasing his audience in that, bro.
Nah, but you make... Do you know what? I do have to... The Archie Gray thing, yeah. I agree with you. Nobody said nothing, but also, is this not what we expected to see? Is this not what we want to see? Because let's have it right. This just shows we've got a squad that an 18-year-old who we brought for £40 million, who probably isn't good enough right now, is just not in the squad. I don't think he should be in the squad. When you look at the midfield options we have on the bench, people know I despise Basuma. I don't want Basuma near the team. But you still have players like Bergvall who sometimes sit on the bench. Yeah, Ben Scott. We've got 5 midfield options between those 3. And to be fair, 6 if you include Xavi in between those 3 positions. So I feel like on the bench, we're rarely going to see Archie Gray, apart from maybe in the Carabao Cup next week, probably get a start in that game. And then every now and then start him in a game like that. But he needs to not be in squads ultimately, because he's just not at the required level. And like I said, I feel like we can have 3 seasons where he doesn't perform. And I'm still not going to be worried. Because like we've seen with Jed Spence, he's in his, I think, is it 3rd or 4th season as a Spurs player? It might be his 4th season as a Spurs player now. You know. And it's only now people are starting to give him his real recognition. 4 seasons in. I ain't got a problem with that's Archie Gray.
That's different because managers didn't play him. You know what I'm saying?
But then again, is that not the same thing with Archie? Archie Gray got played last season only because of the injuries. Let's be real, he was not being played.
But Archie Gray got the nod at right back before Spence as well, though. You know, Spence was he was treated like Reguilon, remember? Only because there was actually he would have had to field 10 players if he didn't play Spence. That's why he got the start in it, and then he just outperformed everyone. You know what I'm saying? So he got treated like Reguilon. So it's like Archie Gray even got the nod at right back, and he got the nod at left back too.
Do we think that was a Daniel Levy thing though? Because we did hear that there was some guaranteed minutes in Archie Gray's contract or something like that. Like apparently that's
crazy. That's crazy.
I don't know if there was guaranteed. There was definitely some guaranteed game time in there. Like, and I don't know if this season it's going to be broken, because I think Thomas Frank we got better players now. Like we ain't got time to be playing Archie Gray in no Champions League, but. In these other games, you could potentially see some game time. But big up to Hooks for the raid every single time. Big up to my bro. Appreciate you. Hooks is actually going to be here 2 p.m. North Divide, as people should know, every Monday. So make sure if you are coming over from Hooks' channel, you are joining back at that time. And make sure you're smashing a like on the video. I've only got 24 likes, which is crazy stuff. 24 likes, 56 people inside. Let's make sure we get that up. Let's try and get that up to 50 likes real soon, people. And also, make sure you're subscribing to E. Ghosted posted his link in the chat. I'm sure he'll post it again. So big up. Make sure you guys get E's channel. Too much of E. I'll put it in the description as well so you can't miss it. Big up to Midoriya in the chat as well. Amarim out already. We'll get around to some of that stuff after. But back to the game, talking about obviously some of the attacking performances and so on. First of all, Souček's red card. What do you think of it?
He's a moron.
Straight red.
He's a fucking moron, bro. You see Pelinya's sock, bro.
Bro. Do you know those ones are crunching tackles as well? Because his studs were flat up. It was flat up.
If there was no shin pad, Pelinja, he could have broke Pelinja's leg, bro.
Oh, yeah.
There was no shin pad. Like, that's... I don't know.
If he was one of them man that wore the small shin pads, his leg would have been finished, bro.
Yeah, if that was Jack Grealish, he would have broke his leg, bro. No cap. Would have broke his leg. That's insane.
Yeah, madness, bro. And, how could we forget? Bro, I don't even know how we got 30 minutes into the show and we ain't talk about the refereeing on display. I'm not trying to be that team, innit? I'm really not trying to be this team. But I feel like we're getting robbed week in, week out, bro. We're getting robbed of bad decisions. Like, how can the VAR... And do you know what? The thing that pissed me off the thing that pissed me off, and I think Manny mentioned this yesterday on Spurs Review, is they looked at the Van de Ven one and they said, okay, Van de Ven fouled Kyle Walker-Peters, somehow fouled him when, again, his arms are all here. Matthias Fernandes is literally giving man a hug. He's literally cuddling man from behind like it's his gal. Then he starts pushing him. The keeper gets involved, gives him a nudge. Kyle Walker-Peters and his 5'6" self falls on the floor, of course, because he's a small man. And Romero doesn't even know what's going on, just headers it in. Somehow they didn't look at it. The VAR, you already knew something was wrong when it was like a 30-second decision. They say, yeah, we're going with the referee's decision. Cool. Fine. You decide that's a foul, not a problem. But then, like 10 minutes after, Van de Ven gets wrestled to the ground again. He gets literally his whole shirt's being pulled, dragged to the floor, and they don't give a penalty. And it's like, if Spurs had done that on that same penalty, the same goal that we scored, that would have been given a foul. But on the other hand, it's not given a penalty. It's like the consistency is so bad. My problem is with VAR. It's not even with the referee. It's with VAR. VAR is there to look at the decisions and be like, all right, there's a mistake made. And they're not pointing it out because they're protecting the referees yet. Again, they're always protecting each other. But what did you feel about the decision, man? Because it's madness.
Hey, Lebowski put in the chat. That's exactly what I was going to say, bro. That man didn't want Kudus to get no GA, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've seen the tweets. Bro, them West Ham fans are tweeting, oh, zero GA for Kudus. I'm like, bro, if the ref wasn't fucking paid off, yeah, he would have had GA. You know what I'm saying? And I know them man were about to, their wives would have been hiding, bro. You know what I'm saying? If that goal stood, that's all I'm saying, bro. Them West Ham man are different. But yeah, fuck the refs, innit? I can't lie. The refs are just dead in the league in the Prem, innit? And I'm just, you know the ones where it's like, I just got accept.
He needs them buying steroids. Facts, Amen, bro. He needs them buying steroids.
I don't know where like over there, bro.
Yeah, literally, bro. I need to see the veins pop him. Especially while he's not playing, bro. Get him in the gym. Give him a little 3 months in the side. Get some creatine, protein powder in him. Let him grow some size, and I think he'll be a proper DM. But sorry, continue, my bro.
But yeah, literally, I'm just I've accepted the fact that the refs are just going to be terrible, innit? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like every team in the Prem is going to get bad decision calls at this point, and it's just, what do you do after that? Like, even when I was streaming, I was like, yeah, this refs are shit in it, but you know what? We got 80 minutes. Let's score a goal again in it, because I don't care what team it is. At some point, they're going to get shagged by these refs in it, because VAR has been absolutely horrible ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the whole point is that you have a fucking replay and you don't even show the full replay. You start the replay halfway through the replay. How does that make sense? It's VAR and you're not even looking at the fucking replay. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't make no sense to me. But shit, yeah, we have been shagged. I can't lie. We should have got the Kudus GA. But you know what? If we get shagged one game, that means we're gonna get blessed another. So I'm just waiting for the karma side of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm waiting, bro. It needs to come real soon as well, especially in one of these big games. I feel like we don't ever get penalties, man. Like, we never get penalties. We never get these decisions. And you see all these other teams, like Liverpool, for example, always get a penalty. They always get something stupid. The tiniest of things get pulled back. If that was Spurs yesterday, we wouldn't have got that. We wouldn't have got that handball. We just wouldn't have got it. But look, just to round up on the West Ham game, I think for me, like I said, Bergvall, man of the match performance. I just think he's starting to show his class a bit more now. You can see he's growing as a player. He's starting to help with the build-up as well at times. I like how aggressive he is in the tackle, but then also his ability to just slow down the game, you know, get on the ball, turn, pass it back, do a little 1-2. Sometimes not always trying to play it forward, because especially when we're winning games, we need someone that can control the possession and slow it down, because I feel at times it's always, let's get it to the wing, let's work it to Kudus, let's try and get another goal. And sometimes you just need someone to just pass it around, make the game boring ultimately. We need to make the game boring. That's what big teams do. When they're winning, they slow it down, they just don't give away the ball, and they make it a boring game. And that's just what you have to do. But away from that, I think man of match, Bergvall, definitely a good performance. Who else was good yesterday? We had Porro. I think Porro had a pretty decent performance. Always dangerous down that right-hand side.
You know what it is, right? I don't know, but you know, as a West Ham, once you score one, they just capitulate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's happened a few times this season already. Like Sunderland, Chelsea, and now Spurs. Every time one goal goes in, yeah, they just fall apart, innit?
Yeah.
So I'm not even saying that we perform badly. I just think there wasn't really any crazy standout performance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we just performed well as a unit and we just got the job done. It was just a professional win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I feel about it. So I can't even obviously Bergvall, did it count as an assist for Van de Ven?
Yeah. Oh, it should. Yeah, I think it should. It should, because it was like nobody else touched it. He just chopped it inside, didn't it? And
yeah, so if like 2GA for Bergvall plus the performance, he gets man of the match. But I think everyone else, I was very impressed with Romero and Van de Ven. They were very good.
Of course. How can I forget to mention, man? Romero's pass to Bergvall for that goal was
they were very good, didn't it?
Like, Romero's starting to get into his Toby Alderweireld bag. Like, I'm starting to see because he done it a few times last season for Madison. There was a few times when he played that long ball over the top, and we're seeing like Alderweireld to Dele Alli again. Aye, big up to Coppish for the raid. Just seeing big up to Cal, Drifty, and Matt and crew. Big up to the Coppish team. Big up to my Liverpool fans. You know, all I've been saying is Liverpool Spurs, we like this. Make sure you win the league over them dirty gooners. But back to it. No, yeah, Romero just class at the back. He's really starting to build into himself with those passes and get a bit more confidence, but starting to look like the centre back many of us thought he is. And hopefully he can keep this going, because one of the biggest problems is consistency, innit, man? Like, he just falls off in his peaks and troughs with him.
Yeah, 100%. But they're very good, man. I think that the top three centre back pairing. I still think I still think they're behind Van Dijk and them, and then Gabriel and Saliba, but I believe that they're definitely top three. They've got to be top three.
I think so. They might build up. I need to see the consistency across the season before I throw them in there, but they're definitely up there. There's no doubt about it. They're definitely up there. I think Van de Ven for me is starting to look really good defensively. Like, I'm starting to really be impressed with Van de Ven, because Romero, I feel like he's always had that quality. It's just performing consistently. But yeah, Van de Ven, I've had quite a bit of questions regarding his actual defensive ability.
He had issues in his game, definitely.
Yeah, and I feel like he's been overrated. A lot of rivals say, "Oh, he's better than Romero," and I'm like, no. If you've watched them enough, defensively, Van de Ven, there's some questionable things, bro. He gets spun quite a lot, and also, I feel like in the box defending, his positioning can be questionable at times. But this season, you can see coaches are coaching. Thomas Frank is doing his job, and I think it goes to what you say there: professional performance, and just a job done. What we expected. Frank got his first win against Potter. We got our first win at the London Stadium in 6 years, so that's what we needed to see. But I wanted to get your thoughts on we're talking about managers, and we know our former manager, man, like Big Ange. High line for life, mate. Deep line for life. I heard it's deep line for life now. He lost his first game. I know apparently people are trying to cook me for, of course, celebrating that. They were trying to cook me for celebrating that. I saw a gal shared it on his Twitter. She must have shared my reaction. And all these Arsenal fans going, "Oh, you're a fake Spurs fan. You've got bigger things." And just people, you know what they're doing. Typical rattled. But did you see any again? In fact, not even thoughts on the game. What are your thoughts on just Ange's first game? Highlight. I don't know if you saw the second goal as well. It was just the epitome of what we saw last season.
I didn't watch it. I don't like watching Arsenal highlights. But the good thing is that I'm going to see the exact same goals conceded next week. So I don't have to watch it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see the exact same goals next week, and then the week after next, and then the week after next, and then the week after next, bro. So, you know, I'm loving life. You know what I'm saying? Look, and you know what? It couldn't have happened to a better team, mate. You know what I'm saying? All them good signings they made, and I was like, oh, fam, they're not getting relegated. They're not going to fall off. They had to go hire Ange, bro. So I'm like, you know what, yeah? Hey, look, he does win stuff in his second season, bro, innit? He might win a championship, bro. No cap. Because, hey, look, Mario and I are out with hamstring injuries already. You know what they're doing, Jords? He's out with a knock.
Oh, bro, I saw. They don't know. They don't know what this means, man.
They said that about Kulu, bro.
It doesn't look as bad as originally thought. Oh, okay. Yeah. I want Murillo to play next week. Let's see Murillo play. Let's see him last another 25 minutes.
He's going to be out 2027, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Bro.
He's going to be out for the rest of the season. And look, that is not me and Elijah wishing injury.
We're not wishing it, but
that's
this is
that's
Ange
us
talking about.
Yes, this is us evaluating what we know of Ange, seeing what he done to Romero and Van de Ven, not once, twice. He done it to them both
Kulu
twice.
as well, bro. He said Kulu would be back for the Europa League final. It's now halfway through September, and he's posted pictures of his knee on Instagram.
Oh, that was disgusting. That was disgusting, bro. I don't know what he was doing there. But we know how it is. And look, Nottingham Forest fans, you went from having one of the best defenses last season to now having no Ola Aina, no Murillo, 2 of the 4 best defensive players that you had or set up.
After one
I'm
game.
looking forward to seeing how this works out. You know what I mean? One game, literally. One week. Not even 1 week. 5 days of Ange ball. Because I don't know if you heard, Callum Hudson-Odoi after training was questioned about Ange's training methods. He said that's the hardest training session he's ever had. So it's like we already know these man's hamstrings are being tested. Man probably walked home and was like, yo, it's clenching his legs and that starts hobbling.
Hey, Gibbs White, yeah, he's gonna wish he joined Spurs.
Gibbs White's gonna die. Do you know what? And I watched that game, yeah. I'm so glad. I mean, so glad that we didn't get Gibbs White. Because, like, literally everything that I see from him, I knew, but I didn't really rate him that much. But, you know, when we started signing him, look into the numbers, you start looking into the data, doing a bit more research, you're like, you know what, this could be all right. But I know from my eye test, like, I always believe my eye test. I watched him and I was never really impressed. From what I've seen this season, he's been horrible. He's been dreadful. Yesterday, his first touch, loose. Every time he's on the ball, he's trying to play it forward, but he isn't playing it to anyone, always losing the ball. I think I see a stat saying he's lost the ball from his first touch more than anyone in the Premier League this season. I'm not being funny. He's got no GA this season. I'm pretty sure he has no GA at all. Like, he's been so bad that I think even he's starting to regret staying at Nottingham Forest. He's probably questioning himself. He's like, damn, I've been forced to stay. Now I'm playing, and I ain't even playing good.
You know, it's the nerves, bro, because when you have a gun, when you have a sniper trained on you at all times, yeah, you're not going to perform to your best, in it, fam. You know that meme where the guy's holding the camera, but the camera's strapped to an AK, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? That's the sniper here on Gibbs White every time. That's Big Mac Marinakis, bro. So he's probably just nervous, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, look, I heard them man are trying to get him dropped in it. Oh, Gibbs White should be dropped. Hey, you should have dropped him to Tottenham for 60 million, bro, like we agreed on.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? Dude?
You know what it is? Wolfie says what? We always win. Him and his daddy, Mr. Marinara, yeah, said that, oh, we always win. Shit, you ain't won since, bruv. Them man have got like 1 win this season. They ain't winning nothing.
Hey, they'll win League One, fam. You know,
and it's funny that Ange spoke about winning trophies. You know, he's going to try and win a trophy at Nottingham Forest. I don't see it happening. I'm sorry. I really don't see it happening. I've said, like, they've got more depth than we did last season, but the quality just isn't there. And I think that's the problem he's going to find this season is you don't have a Maddison or Kulu to get you out of these situations. Like, I'm not the biggest Maddison fan, but Maddison is better than Morgan Gibbs-White. So there's games when he's going to create a little moment of magic and he's going to get a goal. He's going to create an assist. And that's what he got us out of some of these games, won us points single-handedly, whether it was him or Kulu. They don't have no player in their squad near that quality. So I just see them falling apart. And, you know,
Chris was doing a Solanke job, yeah, safe.
I don't know if you saw, like, I don't even know what was going on. It was like a whole OnlyFans settings because man, like, Wood up top. The only shot on target they had, man, try to use his chest, bro. I don't know what's going on, like, wooden chest. Shit. I think man watching the OnlyFans or something, but on to the Champions League. Because we just want to keep it brief on Ange Postecoglou. But before we move on to that, we're still not on 50 likes, people. 91 people inside. We've had a Coppish raid. We've had a Hooks raid. Arsenal, Liverpool fans all up inside. But you don't want to like the video. It don't take you a second, yeah? Smash the damn likes, people. Let's get that done. And also make sure you're subscribing to E. Too much of E. Link will go in the chat now. Can one of the mods please post it up? Just keep spamming it in there, people, so nobody could miss it. Nobody could say they haven't seen it. Man says somebody unliked. Man says somebody.
Hey, man, I blame Hyper, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, blame Hyper, man. Man like Hyper is just Hyper. You're supposed to be influencing the man, then, bro. You're not supposed to be de-influencing them, if that's even a word, bruv. Like, what's going on? But Villarreal, tomorrow, it's the return of the champions. And you know what? I expect it to be a great one. It looks like I'm going to be doing a watch along because there's like 92% yes. So I think we're going to be doing a watch along for that game. If my computer's fried, then people, we may just be stopping. That's one thing I'll warn you now. If we're getting what we had last time, it's like, all of that, we'll just stop the watch along at half time and we'll do a match reaction regardless. But what are we saying, man? How are you feeling? The nerves starting to kick in because it's a big game. Once that music kicks in, once they start to walk out and we see that flood of white all over across the stadium, it's going to be...
Well,
heart's going to be pounding, bro.
I'm not nervous, though. I can't lie. Not because we're not going to win, but because, like, it's not a final, bro. It's the first... It's game one of the group stage, isn't it? And we're at home. So, like, I'm not going to be nervous about a group stage game. Once we get to the knockout stages, though, yeah, that's when the nerves kick in, bro. For real, for real. Or if we even get there, let me preface with that. But we're gonna see in it. We're gonna see. I believe we should be winning this game. Though no reason to me why we shouldn't. I think Kolo Muani not getting any minutes in this game means he'll get minutes against Villarreal, at least in my opinion. So that's gonna be the tell right there. If Kolo Muani and Xavi Simons both start, then I'll know that we mean business, innit? But I think we beat them, man. You know what I'm saying? I never predict us to lose at home. So, yeah, I think we go there. We get the job done, innit? Business as usual. They're a good team, though. Villarreal, good team.
They are. And I think that's the one thing people probably aren't taking into consideration is a lot of people think they're dead. But they're actually good. They're a very good team. They got some tricky players. I feel like with these Spanish teams, you start to learn whether they're of the top end or the bottom end. The technical quality in their team always is a level above the Prem. So they're going to be a team that gets on the ball a lot. It's not going to be like against West Ham where we're going to have majority of it. They're going to get on the ball. They're going to break our lines. They have Nicolas Pepe on the wing, who's a danger. As much as people don't think that he was good when he was at Arsenal, he's a very dangerous player because he can beat his man and he can beat his man twice, not just once or twice. He'll go forward, cut back, beat him again. The end product probably isn't there all the time, but still a danger in that attacking third. I don't think Kolo Muani is going to start, I'll be honest. I think it might be too early for him to start. I still think he's trying to build up his match fitness, probably because he's not played for 3 months. He's not had no football for over 3 months. So I feel like he's probably trying to build up some match fitness, get him ready for the Premier League. I think he should get some minutes, though. I think you are right about that. I think we'll see him have a debut in that game because especially that Tell is out. Richarlison's going to start. I don't think he's going to go Richarlison for a full 90 minutes because I think there's still some questions whether he can last a full 90, bro. My man's injury prone, so he's one player that we can't force to get injured. So Kolo Muani, maybe the last 15, 20 minutes of the game, but I'd like to see Xavi in the 10 this one. This is one game I'd like to see Xavi start in the 10, throw Odegaard out on that left wing, or Johnson, whichever way you want to do it. I just need to see someone out on that left wing to allow Xavi Simons to have that space in the middle to just be himself, because like he said post-game, he sees himself as a 10. I know he played majority of his minutes left wing, and he is still a good left winger. I think a lot of people have seen that performance against West Ham and think that he can't play on that left-hand side. He's better than any other player we have on the left-hand side. But I'd like to see him in that 10 in this Champions League because that's where he plays his best football. But do you expect to see any other changes? Potentially Udogie starting, because I don't know about you, but whenever I see Udogie come on, Udogie looks bright, man. He looks good going forward down that left-hand side. He's just a bit more, he's more natural, isn't it? A bit more natural than Spence down the left-hand side. I think Spence is better defensively, but going forward, Udogie just looks more dangerous.
I want Udogie to start because I want Porro to start getting subbed off. So I want Spence on the bench because now that Udogie's coming back, I want to see, because I think we spoke about this last boardroom talks actually, but the whole like limiting Porro's minutes to prevent him getting injured because he didn't get injured last season with a manager who's notoriously known for getting people injured, bro. So I want to stagnate Porro's minutes as much as possible while we're still winning games, innit? So I want Udogie to start, and I want us to kill the game. You know what I'm saying? And then even if we don't kill the game, because it's not like Spence is a bum. You know what I'm saying? Spence is a good player. So even if the game's tight, the deadlocked or something like that, take off Porro, bring on a Spence. You know what I'm saying? And then also make an attacking change and see where that goes. But I want to see Porro off the pitch on like the 60th minute. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him off. So
Porro is that one player that who's been. How long has he been playing, bro? This guy hasn't had a rest since joining the Tottenham. I don't think he's ever had an injury. I think I've seen something saying, oh no, I saw a stat saying he's never played in a 0-0 for Spurs, but I don't think he's ever had an injury for Tottenham. He's probably missed a game or two, but never been injured. He's always available, always playing. And he's one player that rarely gets subbed. It's like we say, last season, he rarely had a substitution in the game, always playing 90 minutes, and probably our most fittest player. Like, he just seems to be running and running and running. I'm looking forward to this one. I don't think it's going to be the introduction to the Champions League that many thought. I don't think we're going to blow Villarreal away. I think it's going to be a very tight game. I think it's going to be cagey. I think... What was that?
No, nothing. I heard the word blowing. I was like, oh shit, where's he going with this, bro? But nah, it's fine. It's like, blow them
away, not blow him or her or nothing like that. Innit?
I'm saying it's
but
fine,
no, I don't. Yeah. I don't think we had no safety pause on that one, but I think it's gonna be a tight game. That's man just got me saying all of them. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a close game, yeah. And I think Villarreal are gonna have some quality. I think it's gonna be end to end. I think they'll probably score as well, but I think we're gonna be able to get through it. The one thing is I don't know if you've seen. Apparently, stadium's not sold out.
Damn.
It's not looking good on that side of things, but it might have something to do with the ticket prices because they're trying to charge £60 for the minimum. Minimum £60 for the ticket, bro. Because I even looked at it, I was like, oh my god. I was like, bro, £60. I might as well just do a watch along at yard. It's 8 o'clock. It's a late night. I'm gonna get home at like 11, 12. It's one of them ones like midweek games are tough as it is. I don't know if anybody ever goes to a Spurs game midweek, but trying to travel home is a myth. You're waiting, you're missing train after train, you're waiting in fucking line, traffic lights on the street, like and human traffic lights. Literally, you're just waiting to get into the stage. It's a whole long travel. So I think a lot of fans just getting to the point of, bro, I'm not going to pay £60. And then plus travel money in the, it's like £150 day out every single time.
That's the best way to make them lower the price though. Don't fucking go, because they're not going to keep it there if no one's buying the ticket. So part of me is like, I understand the atmosphere side of it, but yo, if this is what we got to do to lower ticket prices, don't go. Facts.
I can't even lie. Like, I'm on, bro. We have concerts and all these things to try to supplement the costs. That should be supplementing the cost of our ticket prices. Like the fact that all these other teams during the off season don't make no money. Spurs are making money pretty much every day, every week on all these concerts and stuff. Why can our tickets not be slightly cheaper? Like if you said £40 for the ticket, I'm like, all right, fair, it's cool. Villarreal, I'll pay that. £60 minimum, though, that's minimum. So with not the good seats, we're talking about some seats high up in the sky.
Yeah, bro.
That's dead. It's crazy stuff, and it's not about it, whether it's being worth it or not. World Boss, I think it's a case of like, if you are going to pay for £60 for this game, you want to go to another game, it's another 60 to 80. I think Dortmund starts at £80. It's the consistency of the pricing just being the highest in the league. I've literally got old tickets when man used to pay at Wembley. I'm talking about the biggest stadium in the league. We used to pay £20 to £25 to watch Champions League. And we're talking about against Barcelona and Bayern, you could pay £25, £30 to get a ticket. And now man are paying £60 to watch Villarreal. Like, we've got to be serious about this. So
especially with cost of living, loud that's, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, it's cost of living right now as well. People ain't rich. People have got bills to pay. Like, interest has got that's the thing. The last couple of years ago, like the interest has gone mad. So everything's double the price. It's not just the tickets, the food's double the price, the pints double the price, the train travel's double the price. So as I was saying, man, it's just a lot of money, a big day out. But what are you saying for score lines? What do you think the score might be for that game? I know it's very early, hard to predict, but just throw something out there.
I'm gonna throw in a 2-0 Spurs. I don't think it'll be like a cruise. But to be fair, it's not like I watch Villarreal week in, week out. I know they're a good team with some good players. I know they'll pose a threat. But I feel like we can, especially at home, and I never predict us to drop points at home. I rarely do. So, yeah, man, I'm going to go with the 2-0 Spurs. Let's get the win and get a good start to the Champions League campaign.
No, that's what I'm on. I think I'm going to go 2-1 again. I keep going for these 2-1 wins, but that's just because I'm very hesitant on us getting clean sheets. I think it's just the last couple of seasons, it's been so rare, so few and far between, that I'm just hesitant to go for us getting a clean sheet. But in this game, I think 2-1 win. I think we'll just have a bit too much attacking quality to break them down. Hopefully, we can get either a debut Champions League goal from Kolo Muani or Xavi Simons. But away from that, I expect Richie to score, man. Richie does love a big Champions League now. I remember when he made his debut against Marseille and he scored a double with the headers. And to be fair, if we play like we did against West Ham, putting all those crosses into the box, I'd expect Richie to take advantage and actually score a header because he's good in very good aerially. And so is Kolo Muani as well. A lot of people don't underrate how good Kolo Muani can be in the air. Very tall and strong, man. Very, very strong in the air. But I think, 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1 win. Like you said, I can't predict Spurs to lose their first Champions League game. And to be fair, I think we've got favourable fixtures up until that PSG one. Like, I don't look at any of the other games and think they're going to be dangerous. Is there any other potential slip-ups you think in the Champions League, or is just PSG for you?
Well, there are going to be slip-ups. You know what it is, right? Like, for Slavia, Bodo, and Copenhagen, we should be beating them. So the only real slip-ups is Monaco away, maybe. And then, obviously, Villarreal and Dortmund are going to be tough games. And then you've obviously got PSG. And then I forgot one team in it. But
you got Frankfurt and Bodo Glimt.
Frankfurt, that's it. So, I mean, the away games is what I'm most worried about because Spurs' away form over the last few years has been very, very wishy-washy, innit? Yeah. Which is why I want to, because you can get away with having a bad away form if your home record is very good, and that's what I wanted Spurs to do in it. Because, bro, when I was in our peak, fam, we was going undefeated at home, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like White Hart Lane, no one was beating us there, and it's like, facts. We should be trying to get back to that, which is why I was so pissed at the Bournemouth game because it's like, bro, that's not the team we should be losing to at home. Like it isn't. So I really I think the away games is what I'm most worried about. But I feel like at home we should be beating every team at home.
Yeah, we should. There's no doubt about that. I think you have to, especially in the European ties, you have to get all your wins at home, and then in the away games you just sort of work out what you can, because you don't need to win every game. I think to get through this Champions League round, 15 points is around the sweet spot. So if we can get five wins, we got ourselves in a very good situation to qualify in that top 8. But more than anything, I think 5 wins and a draw, or 5 wins and 2. I think if I lose the PSG game, cool. But I won't accept a loss in any other game. I won't accept a loss in any other game.
I think we should qualify in the top 8, given the fixtures we have.
We have to finish qualifying that top 8, especially when you look around at some of the other Premier League teams. They got some hard fixtures. Chelsea have got Napoli, Bayern. They got a couple.
You see PSG's fixtures. God, PSG, bro.
Yeah, but PSG are good, man. So I feel like when we're talking about their fixtures, they just won it, bro. So they're probably going to clean out a lot of these teams, isn't it?
But they're all tough games, though. Every single game's a tough game. They didn't get no Copenhagen. You know what I'm saying? They got some difficult. I'd have to look up who their fucking fixtures are again, but them man got some crazy.
I'd expect PSG to deal with most of those teams, though, man. Apart from even when they're going up against a Bayern, I'm probably gonna have PSG as favorites to win those ones.
So it's what Atalanta, Marseille. Wait. Atalanta, Barcelona, Leverkusen, Bayern, us, Bilbao, and Sporting. To be fair, Sporting away.
That's what I mean. So I think those mid-level teams, let's just say us, Leverkusen, who else do you have? You said Leverkusen, Bayern, Barca. Atlanta's going to get dealt with. Leverkusen get dealt with. Marseille, was it Marseille you said?
No.
Bilbao will get dealt with. I think
Bilbao, yeah.
They'll get dealt with. It's those big games that are going to be the potential slip-ups for them. But then again, we saw last year,
the easier games they have is away, except for Atalanta. That's the problem. Barcelona's away, that's difficult. They got Bayern. Bilbao is away. You know what I'm saying? Leverkusen's away. It's just bro, they probably had one of the hardest 7-game fixtures, to be honest.
No, they do. But champions elect, man, that's what we like to see. They need to have a hard run till that end, and hopefully, if we can take some points away from them and push them further down the table, I don't want to be seeing them anywhere near in those knockout stages. But Billy, I'll be honest, I don't think we can. I think Champions League might be a big step, and I'm a bit hesitant to say that Frank can win a trophy in his first season. But look, Let's see how we get on in these first couple games. There's no saying no. The luck of the draw could feed you some good teams up until the semis and finals, and then we know what it's like in those games, isn't it? Like, you just got to pull through. It's a cup competition, so anything can happen, but I ain't got us winning the Champions League. I ain't gonna predict for us to win the Champions League just yet, but let's see, man. What are you saying, Elijah, on this?
I mean, you can do anything, bro. To be fair, I'm not saying we will. I doubt we will, but like, we've seen an Ange-led team win a Europa League. I've seen a declining Poch team make the final. To be fair, that was based on away goals. I hate how like they saw Tottenham make a final, yeah, and then they're like, you know what, fuck away goals, because there's no way these men should be making the final. And they just took that
So
shit
we won our quarterfinals and semi-finals on away goals. Still,
you know what I'm saying, bro? And they were like, you know what, yeah, there's no reason why Tottenham should have made it. Fuck away goals, bro. So they got rid of that shit. But I mean, because it's a cup competition, you can get lucky with some of the. It really all just depends on how it goes in it. Because like, we had a hard run in 2019, but depending on the layout of the champs, because obviously there's playoffs and stuff, and if teams played, like Real Madrid and Man City played each other in the playoffs last season, you know, so that's instantly one of the top teams gone. So it really depends on matchups and all that kind of stuff, because we could end up, let's say PSG end up in the playoffs against another big team and they beat that team. All of a sudden, that's one less team in it. Whereas before, you know, all the top teams are making it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's slightly easier for a worse team to make it further now, just because of the way everything's set up. Everyone's in one group. So you never know, fam. You never know. I'm not saying we're going to win it. And that we have like a 1% chance at best of winning it. But I mean, we can go far in it, depending if we get lucky.
Nah, I think we could. Hopefully, you know, a quarterfinal, semi-final, I'll be happy personally. I think if we make it to a quarters and semis, I'll be like, you know what, first season back in it, that's a pretty good turnout. Depending on the teams we get, obviously, you want to make sure that we're dealing with the easy teams. But I think we could definitely make it that far. Just let's see. It's all, like I said, it's the luck of the draw. Beijing Guna, someone clearly seems to forget that it's 10:30 a.m. or 10:35 a.m. over here, actually. So yeah, we are streaming. It's not 5:30 like it is for you. But look, you have some morning content, man. You wake up and you got people live straight away, so makes it much better for you. But like he does say, smash the likes, people, and big up to you, Beijing. We up, the likes have been disgraceful today. I'm not gonna lie, people have not been liking the stream. We're still not even on 50 likes. I was on 40 minutes, half an hour. The last time I said smash the likes was on 40. Gone up by 3 likes since, people. Disgraceful. But still got 77 people inside. We can still get that up. Let's get up to 50 likes before we end the stream, which we will be doing shortly. If anybody does have any questions, throw them into the chat now. We'll get round to those. I'm trying to see who we can redirect to, just set that up for when we are going to wrap up, which I will see who is live to see where we can do that. I am going to be heading over to Straight Facts in about 5-10 minutes with Terry on the Football Terrace.
Oh shit!
Which is every Monday show. Then after that, we'll be heading over to Midday Live. As people know, we're going to be cooking. It's going to be an absolute cooking session of Saeed. So make sure you people are tuned into that one, because it's going to get dark. Like, it's going to get real dark for him, man. He was saying some stuff. 5th at the start of the season. And you know what? It's funny because I'm seeing Midoriya in here with Amarim out. And it's like, yet again, they say, let's keep the manager at the end of the season. And 4 games into the season, it's let's get the manager out. And it's like, Man United fans just don't learn. They just don't learn. We told you guys. Yeah, it's the exact same thing, bro. 4 games. Because this was, again, when they won the transfer window, you know, spent £200 million. We have one of the best attacks in the league. They're comparing themselves. I saw the comparisons to Man City's attack all last week. Said if we have Cunha and Buemo and Sesko, is that not better than like Doku, Haaland, and I don't know who they put on the right. They put someone else on the right, but they're like, oh, is this not better? And I was like, yo, clearly these guys don't learn. They don't learn. They don't learn, bro. So everything you guys get deserves.
Oh, yeah, it's Jamal TV. I forgot, bro. Yeah, it's Jamal, fam. Not even Saeed and that, bro. Jamal.
Jamal TV. We're gonna be. He's gonna be getting cooked. And Bejan, trust me, I'm gonna get done at 1 p.m. I have requested. I can't lie. I did request. I put a personal request to see if Wolfie could come in midday live at 12 as well, to see if we can do a double cooking of Don, Saeed, and Wolfie. But I don't know. He's howling. Man said redirect to Talk Sport. Why the heck would we do that? Why the heck would we do that?
To be fair, if you want to.
Sava's just gone live. Yeah, I did see that. Sava's just gone live. So we'll send you guys over to Sava. He's probably going to be live over the next couple hours. We know Sava's active. Let me refresh this thing because I feel like it's not showing me the recent lives. Still not on 50 likes though, people. It's still not on 50 likes. But when are you next live, E? Should tell the people then, man. When you next live, when you next got a video.
I don't know when I'm next live. I can't lie though. I've low-key been feeling a bit burnt out on YouTube, innit? Just not even because of YouTube, but because of IRL. So, but I've been trying to do videos and stuff. I'm gonna be, well, maybe I'm not sure, but I'm probably gonna be on NAF later. So that'll be something. But,
debut on NAF.
Nah, I made my debut again after the Grimsby game. So this will be my second time.
Okay, fair. I might have missed that one.
After United lost to Grimsby, I was on that stream. So I'll be on this stream today. So I guess, so I'll be on NAF later. And then maybe I'll be live like late night, maybe like I haven't done like one of those little chill sessions, innit? You know what I'm saying? The convo before bed streams, and I ain't done that in a minute. So I'm gonna go live because obviously I'm back at work tomorrow. So yeah, bro. I might try and work on a video though. To be fair, I'll probably make a Thomas Frank video. So we'll see how that goes, innit?
Why was Catch telling me you're calling Thomas Frank a fraud?
I said he was on Fraud Watch. I've said it here bad times.
You see, I remember you saying about the Fraud Watch because of the Ben Davies stuff. But apparently you were saying, because I don't know, I was on stream with Catch on Saturday and he's going, bro, he said that Frank's a fraud. And I was like, well,
yeah,
no,
but
I know he said things about like players and him being his player decisions and stuff, but not Frank's a fraud outright. Like,
I said he was on Fraud Watch in there, but you know Catch in there, like Catch he's clip farming, bro. You know,
100%. He was just trying to get me mad. I knew why it was. You got to E, I'd subscribe to, man, but I'm already subscribed to one.
I hear it though. Yeah, I hear it. If you have one Spurs slot in it, sub to Jords in it, no cap. You'll see me.
I hear it. I mean, I've got bare Arsenal. I've got bare people that I don't even watch that I'm subscribed to, but that's just for love, man. At the end of the day, subscription don't cost you nothing. You know what I mean?
He's a true gooner and that. You know what I'm saying, fam? You know, so I hear it. I hear it, man.
But you gotta expand the network, man. We can make that up to 5. You can choose 5 special Spurs fans, all in the boardroom, which we should actually be running up a boardroom tonight, people. I'm gonna try at 8 p.m. I've got a few people confirmed, but just trying to confirm a few more panelists just to make sure that we have a nice boardroom setting, a nice balanced view. So I'll be confirming that sometime in the day. I'll probably put a post out just to say if we are going to be going ahead with that. But look out for that stream, North Divide, back at 2 p.m. But in the meantime, I am going to be sending you guys over to Sava. So drop a DRD raid in his chat, Durag Diaries raid. Let him know where you guys have come from. And yeah, man, look, up until 2 p.m. we will be back. And yeah, man, peace, people. Have a good day.